You're watching Tipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our networks. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio, Texas. That gentleman out there is...
Hello, I'm Felipe de Herrera, and I'm in the UK, just outside of London.
And Felipe and I, if you have watched our tasting so far, we have been enjoying and have enjoyed Tequila Ambar. Okay, now this is Tequila Ambar or Casa Ambar, not to be confused with that other Ambar, but we have flipped over this one. And the interesting thing is that we have enjoyed the entire line, but this is supposed to be the extra añejo. Go ahead and show people again.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah,
the light. Is the light?
Oh, the light's beautiful. Yeah, it's good. It's good. So
I mean, you can look at the color on that. That's
yeah. Now here's the thing. This bottle arrived to me courtesy of DHL, like this. It was of the three varietals, the four varietals. This is the one that showed up like this, and the seal was broken as well, which is something that Felipe pointed out to me, because they normally look like this, and they have a little extra on the top here. And tonight, I am going to break into my top. I had to figure out how to actually. Lisa figured out how to get the sample popped open, because this is the actual cork, and I guess there's a science to this I didn't even know. So this is my only sample of Ambar Extra Añejo. I know I cried, it was horrible. So I'm going to be relying a lot on Felipe's nose and palate, more so than mine, because we'll be. This is the nice little thing that they sent us too. I think this is the añejo. It's a refillable dispenser, a jug, and it makes it's a great spacer too for your ears or your nose. I don't know.
Stretch them out a little bit more.
Yeah. I have to stretch them out a little bit more. Anyway. What do we know about the extra añejo? Did we get any information on Ambar?
Yeah, 3.5 years it's been in the white oak. I think it was champagne yeast, wasn't it? I think we were using.
Yes.
And it's Leopoldo Solis with his Mozart method.
The Mozart method. If you're not familiar with that, Leopoldo Solis is the master distiller. He is a chemical engineer and has been. He's the one that you hear the most about when they ferment tequila. They play Mozart. They play classical music, and they also use champagne yeast to begin the process of fermentation, and. We're big fans, at least I am here, and Alex is as well, big fans of the Mozart method. And this particular tequila is produced that way. It's also kosher, which is unusual to have the kosher seal on an extra añejo, but we're going to go with that. So, and anyway, I'm going to use my Stossel Jarrito for tequila.
I should make clean calm.
Yes, I promise I will get those glasses out to you. But no, you need.
Yeah.
You can try it. You can try these. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to pour what's left of this extra añejo. Thank you, DHL. Really appreciate it.
Shall I use that one or that one?
Use the bottle, man. Just. I'm gonna have to pour a little bit more here. Oh my God. That color is beautiful. Look at that. Oh,
stunning, isn't it?
Yes. It is a lovely amber color. I guess that would determine the ambar. The amber. It's an amber color, but it's gorgeous. It really is beautiful. Now the bottle, what I have left, the residue smells really good. It's very similar to the Anejo, actually, that we tried before. Oh my. Wow.
As you see, I've been drinking the other three. The Blanco is still. I had some Blanco earlier today, and I was still blown away by it.
Yes.
And this, I had a bit of this the other night. But even now, a few days later,
This is just lovely. It's very reminiscent. Again, if you're familiar with the style of fermentation and distillation that is used by Leopoldo Solis and his partner Gabriel Spindola, this reminds me a lot. And I know Felipe hasn't had it, but the aroma reminds me a lot of Don Pilar. They're extra añejo as well. It's just.
I was reading this thing that I think it was Leopoldo Solis was saying that if you're right-handed, to use your right nostril and look down with it as well. So I'm left-handed, so
yeah, it's right brain, left brain, and I like using both sides. It's really interesting too what you pick up from one side versus the other. Alex and I were doing a tasting not too long ago, and on this side we were doing a mezcal. As a matter of fact, we were tasting a mezcal, and on this side I got wood notes. On this side I could get the fruit. It's just
it's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bizarre, but it works. It works in tandem because together, the first pass underneath, it's just all gentle wood. It's very. It's not overpowering. The notes are gorgeous. What are you getting? I have to you got a bigger pour than I do. So
well, this is almost maple, like a woody maple.
Yeah.
And this side, if I go on being left-handed on this side, I get more of the agave coming through, but it's really subtle. It's not it's not an overpowering.
No, this is
and not really any hint of the alcohol either.
No,
which I think,
none at all.
I think was the same with the others. There was virtually no smell
virtually
of alcohol.
none. And this is it for me. I don't have any more. I know it hurts. I have no other sample of this extra añejo like he does, like Felipe does. But I'm in fact in the center, Felipe. I'm not sure if you're getting it. I almost got like orange blossom, like I got like a dried fruit maybe, or a dried orange.
I always think it's pear. That's what comes into mind when I
could be. I've had pear before as well. I years ago, I tell the story. I had some vintage Chinaco when Germán González was still producing it with his brothers, and I remember somebody gave me a Chinaco añejo, and I opened it, and I was walking around doing something, and when I got back, I walked past my glass, and I could smell pear, like baked pear, and it was so subtle. It was just fleeting, and I thought, oh my God, what is that? Well, let's give this a try. It's gorgeous. It's just a beautiful nose.
That's such a yeah.
Well, you said maple, and it's kind of a maple honey. It's got a good medium to long finish, even with the small amount that I have. The finish is decent.
Good, isn't it? Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's almost going to a toffee as well, isn't it? It's sweet, but it dissipates very easy.
Yeah, in the center, I get more of the oak. I think as it opens up even more, the dried fruit has dissipated. I'm getting more wood notes, more of the spicy notes.
I like the spice hits you right at the top of the larynx almost. It's just, and then it's.
Yeah, that finish for as little. Look at my sample. It's tiny, That's what I love these glasses because you really don't need a whole lot to get to you don't need a big sample to actually get a lot out of it.
Mm. It's almost like if you're ill and you want some medicine, and someone says like purely medicinal purposes, it's like that. There's a bit of alcohol in there,
right? But it's not.
It's so easy. It's so easy to.
It's not on the nose, Felipe. It's the alcohol happens on the palate. It's not in the nose where it goes up your nose and it just burns. It doesn't do that.
No, my nose is clear from it. All the flavour is just straight here. It's right in the mouth and the throat.
Now, if I were to get sweet spice, but I'm also, and I'm not going to say baking spice, it's almost the smell I get at the center, now that the orange blossom has kind of, the dried fruit situation has dissipated a little bit. It's almost like I'm getting a little bit of clove. Are you getting any clove in there?
No, I can't say I am. I'm not a big fan of cloves, so
okay.
I think I'd recognise it pretty quick.
Okay, all right.
But I haven't,
well, I'm getting something similar to clove, or it could be just maybe something from the barrel. It's not bad. It's actually really decent, but it's right in the center. It's lovely. It's
another one of those ones that you couldn't drink too much of. It's really nice, and it's not. You bring it out if someone's around, or there's something going on, and you just fancy like half hour. Just have a sip, and it tastes of decent quality. Or the other three anyway were just through the roof.
Oh,
I think out those three, I do actually prefer this one out of them.
And I'm gonna say, let me ask you this, and I know you and I enjoy cigars. Would you pair this with a cigar? Because if I remember correctly, we'd have to find with the other varietals, the Reposado, the Anejo, and maybe this one. I don't think that we would use a robust cigar. It would have to be one that would, with more of a mellow wrapper.
Yeah. It's you don't want it overpowered. It could be easy to overpower it.
Yes.
I wouldn't I never put things in cocktails anyway. I mean, I might use a Blanco and do some Palomas or margaritas or something. But stuff like this, I wouldn't want to add anything to it. I think maybe I'd have, if I was going to have a cigar afterwards, I wouldn't want to mess with it.
Oh, really? Even afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay. Not paired, but after the fact.
Unless it'd have to be a really really smooth cigar. Like anything like a Robusto, it's just gonna overpower it.
Yeah.
And kill it. I like almost like a small Corona, just something really small.
Yeah.
20 minute smoke, something like that.
Yeah.
That could do it.
I agree. I think that's a perfect pair.
You don't want anything like with a Maduro leaf, do you? You want like Connecticut leaf, something pale.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. It needs to be subtle. Even some Nicaraguans these days would probably overpower it. But this is a thoroughly enjoyable tequila. Casa Ambar.
Now I've drunk some, I'm getting more aroma coming through.
Yeah, it's opening up, and I'm getting more of the wood notes. I don't know if this is part of the char. I know at the beginning, at first, it was it was turning from clove to char, and again, I think this is from the barrel.
It's another one. It's another one we've had that I think is a really good palate cleanser. Have it between courses.
Yeah, exactly, and really
just swish it around the mouth.
Right. Yeah, and at the first intake, I was really impressed with the finish, though. It almost seems as if most of the flavor and the profile happen at mid palate to the rear of the palate, because on the entry, I wasn't getting, maybe because of the agave. I might have been getting agave at the beginning, but most of the explosion of flavor for me was at mid palate to the rear, and then the finish was really surprising. How good the finish was.
Sometimes I don't really like it if you take a sip and you get it on the tip of your tongue. I don't like that. To me, it needs to kind of roll back.
Right.
For you. And this is just, it rolls back and then you go, when's it coming? When's it coming? When's it coming? It's like, it's almost like we're
Yeah, right at the rear of the
isn't it?
palate in the finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost going into the ears.
Hey, just stick a straw in it and suck it through the ear. Why not?
There's a skill I could use. Or maybe not.
Maybe not. This is lovely. Beautiful legs and tears. It is. There is not a weak link in this chain, Felipe. This is just a stellar brand, and I wish I had more of it. But as you can see, my bottle is completely empty, and I don't know if it leaked or if somebody from working at DHL who delivered this to us in Texas just has a thing for extra añejos, because all my other ones arrived safely, but this one, this was all I had. And I've got to save this now. I have to save this for our Brands of Promise. So I'm going to reseal this.
Okay.
I don't know how. You, however, have the luxury of enjoying it a little bit more. What do you think? Is a Brand of Promise nominee?
Yeah, undoubtedly. I think we put all of them in though.
Yes. Well, we did, because again, this is a brand that's only available in the UK, correct? In Europe. What do we know for the price points? Because I think we were surprised with the price points of the other three.
This one I was looking up only the other day, and it's anything between sort of 90 to 110 pound a bottle.
Oh, well, but that's to be expected with an extra añejo, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's a big jump, isn't there, from Blanco to añejo, and then añejo to extra añejo is another one,
Yeah.
I have got a couple of extras. I've got the Don Fulano, which is the 5 of the Imperial.
But that's a higher proof. That's a barrel strength, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but that was only about 75 pounds.
No kidding.
So
wow,
this is that. But I mean, it's not something you're gonna take to a party, is it? Everyone's got a barbecue.
No,
it's an outhouse and lug it down.
Yeah, it's like you said. It's definitely one that you want to enjoy, with somebody special or by yourself, and even not pair with a cigar, but have a cigar afterwards, or maybe a short smoke. This is known 1477. This is where it comes from, and it is one of the distilleries that use the Mozart method. To be fair, also this is a 38 ABV.
Yeah, I was going to say that. That's about 76 proof, 76, 70.
Yeah, it's double
it, don't you?
Yeah. So it's 76 proof. Again, unusual for the United States. Probably more. Is this common? This is a common bottling in the UK, right? In Europe, it's 38.
Yeah.
I thought Don Fulano, the one you were mentioning, that is barrel strength, though, isn't it? Isn't it a higher ABV?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, that I was under the impression that it was a barrel strength. I could be wrong. It's been so long since I've had any of the Imperial, because it's a hard find. It's so hard to find. But I love this stuff. This is an amazing brand. If you can find it out there in the UK, I'm sure that it's available at some of the better stores that carry alcohol, carry liquor, and wine.
Now, sorry for jumping, but this now.
That's okay.
It's almost like a honey JD. Do you know that kind of?
Yeah. But see, again, now that it's just been sitting there, I get more of the dried fruit. I got that dried orange rind is what I'm getting. Before I give it one of these, it just to pass under my nose. Before I stir it in the glass, I was getting dried fruit, and I've had several extra añejos from the master distiller at different brands, and they're all very familiar. There's almost like a stamp to them, even though they don't come from the same distillery.
Right,
but the process is the same. The barrels could be different, but I can mention a few off the top of my head that maybe aren't available in the UK. But Aldarete Their Anejo and Extra Anejo is very similar to this. Don Pilar, their original Extra Anejo, is very similar to this. And really, some of the añejos coming out of NOM 1414, which is Vivanco and Asociados, which is famous for using the Mozart method. So I think this method really produces just lovely tequilas, and if you can find it, I'd say go for it. Really a love, but again, not. I guess maybe it's the ABVs here in the U.S. The ABVs are higher, but this is a very gentle extra.
We were saying before, the lower ABV, you find sometimes you get more of the flavors come through.
Yes.
With it, so I mean, I don't know. What have I got actually from the States? I've got the TC Craft.
Right.
I'm assuming that's 40. Then that'd be 80% proof.
That'd be 80 proof. Yeah. So it'd be
yeah,
40
but you'd have to compare like for like, wouldn't you? You'd have to get 38 of that.
Yeah. Because at 38, it's going to be different. Also, the fact that TC Craft, the owners of TC Craft are based in Nashville, Tennessee. So it's whiskey country, Tennessee whiskey. So the flavor profile is geared toward the whiskey drinker. So it's going to be completely different from what we're tasting here.
Oh yeah, I mean, even the Blanco compared to the Amber, just they're two different drinks, you know.
Yeah.
Not two different brands. They're almost like two different drinks. If I gave someone Amber, I've said this before with things that people I know will go, I don't like tequila, and you go, try that.
Try that.
What's this? Tequila.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I think the because of the ABV, it's a very approachable tequila in all aspects. I think from all the varietals expressions it's very approachable. I love it, and that is our take on Ambar Extra Añejo. As you can see, I have an empty glass, but I didn't do it.
I've got to say, we said before just about the packaging. I mean, I love the bottles. I think these bottles are fantastic.
Yeah, I think we also nominated the first three in packaging. I love the label. You know, it's very very traditional foil label, and very well done. Congratulations to Casa Ambar, available throughout Europe and the UK. That's our take on Ambar Extra Añejo. I'm Mike Morales here in San Antonio. That gentleman there is
Felipe de Herrera in England.
In England. You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media, all of our networks. If you're watching us on YouTube, don't forget to press that button and subscribe, but only if you're ready for commitment. And if you're listening to us anywhere you download podcasts, please subscribe. We love to hear from you folks. But whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely, my friends.